네, 안녕하세요. 동탄 왕코입니다. 오늘은 수다 안 떨고 운동만 하겠습니다. 스트레칭도 충분히 했고요. 근데 좀 많이 풀렸어요, 이제. 어제 비가 엄청 왔죠? 자는데 천둥번개가, 저는 이제 낮에 자기 때문에, 저는 윗집에서 뛰어다니는 줄 알았어요. 근데 알고 보니까 천둥번개가 엄청 쳤죠. 그래서 오늘 비 온 뒤 날씨 엄청 좋아요. 지금 햇빛 쨍쨍합니다. 목요일부터 영하로 떨어진다고 하더라고요. 어제 말했듯이 저 밴드 바뀌었죠. 녹색으로. 저걸로 일단은 웜업하는 겸해서 한 5개씩 2번 10개를 5개씩 2번 나눠서 하고요. 그런 다음에 바로 이제 맨몸으로 10개씩 4세트 목표로 해서 하겠습니다. 부족한, 이제 하다가 힘들어서 부족한 부분은 저 밴드를 이용해서 개수를 채울 거고요. 이렇게 해서 맨몸으로 10개씩 4세트 성공하는 날짜를 한번 적어 보겠습니다. 일단 그럽니다. 운동을 해야겠죠. 오늘은 영어 공부를 무려 2시간을 했습니다. 퇴근하고 영어 학원 가서 영어 공부를 1시간 선행 학습하고 1시간 수업을 받았습니다. 그리고 집에 오니까 10시가 넘었는데 10시 넘어서 와서 택배 관련해서 사과를 시켰는데 이메일로 주문을 했는데 제가 분명히 주소, 아파트 동호수까지 다 적어줬거든요. 이메일에 남아있거든요. 근데 안 적어줬다고 전화가 미친듯이 오는 겁니다. 답답해 진짜. 일단은 턱걸이 10개씩 일단 6개 했어요. 6개. 여기가 너무 아픈데요? 자, 워밍업으로 10개 했습니다. 밴드를 이용해서. 제가 이거 잡는 힘이 약한가 봐요. 여기가 먼저 땡기네요. 어깨보다. 잘 풀어줘야 됩니다. 원래 30초 쉬려고 했는데 30초 지났겠죠 벌써 이미? 50초. 자, 이제 떨리는 마음으로 밴드 없이 첫 10개를 해보도록 할게요. 10개는 하겠지. 못해. 와. 오. 와. 밴드를 쓰고 안 쓰고 차이가 엄청납니다. 아. 아. 와. 이 주먹에 힘이 안 들어가요. 아직은 멀었어요. 지금 허리가 너무 아파요. 핑계 대는 게 아니고, 허리 왜 이렇게 아프지? 어저께 밤에 일할 때 이렇게 구부리고, 핑계가 아니지만, 진짜입니다. 진짜, 진심. 자, 지금 7분이죠? 57분, 59초, 7분. 딱 1분만 쉴게요, 1분. 몸을 최대한 풀겠습니다. 허리 아파. 와, 이거 하고 나면은, 어떡하지? 뭐하지? 스쿼트에도 허리가 아픈데죠? 저쪽 가서 최대한 스트레칭만 우선 하고 끝내도록 하겠습니다. 와, 이 상태로는 5개도 못 할 것 같아요. 여기가 벌써 이렇게 땡겨요. 펌핑 됐다 그러죠, 여기가 벌써 이미. 근육통 허리. 벌써 1분 진짜. 시간이 너무 빨리 가요. 미친 듯이 흐릅니다, 시간이. 자, 이제 2번째 세트. 오, 성공. 와. 근데 진짜 여기에 자극이 오는 것보다 주먹에 자극이 더 갑니다. 힘들어. 와. 힘들어. 큰일 났습니다. 큰일 났어. 10분? 와, 아직도 여기가 얼얼해요. 큰일 났네. 이렇게 한 일주일 하면은 여기가 이제 강해지겠죠? 아, 안 아프던 곳이 아파오기 시작했어요. 세 번째 세트 가겠습니다. 쉬는 시간이 너무 긴데? 보통 얼마나 하셔야 될까요? 예전에 유튜브에서 봤는데 30초 이내? 30초 진짜 정말 빨리 가는데 30초 이내 과연 맞을까요? 적당히 쉬었다 적당히 하면 안 될까요? 30초 만에 풀린다고? 이번에는 진짜 5개도 못할 것 같아요. 그냥 5개도 무리야. 여섯 개 반. 7개 한 걸로 칠게요. 7개 한 걸로. 나머지 3개는 밴드 이용해서 하겠습니다. 이거 힘들어. 3세트를 끝냈고요. 저 밴드 바꿀게요. 너무 중컷이 힘들었는데 저거 바꾸니까 너무 쉬워요. 이거 말고 그 다음 단계인 이 보라색 단계 그걸로 하겠습니다. (14분) 가서 상복근 운동만 하고 팔굽혀펴기 조금 해서 마무리하는 걸로 하겠습니다. 힘들어. (14분) 언제까지 할 수 있을까요? 언제까지? 오늘이 129일? 130일인가? 언제까지 이 짓을 할 수 있을지. 5분 30초가 흐르고 있습니다. 마지막 4세트. 일곱 개가 고비네요. 7개가. 마지막 3개. 다섯 개 했습니다. 5개. 밖에 날씨 너무 좋습니다. 가벼워. 일단 스트레칭을 하고. 이게 안 됩니다. 턱걸이를 한 게 아니고 양력 운동을 한 것 같아요. 왼손 장난 아니야. 와, 이거 안 풀어주고 잤으면은, 오늘 일 못했어요. 10초. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 반대. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 밑으로. 팔이 너무 아파. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열, 와. 이따 마지막에 이거 한 번 더 해야 될 것 같아요. 이제 나의 사랑 홈롤러로 허리를 풀겠습니다. 카메라를 좀만 더 풀어. 역시 운동할 땐 CNN이죠.
Cities activate all of our senses, and Cairo is no different. It comes with quite a unique soundtrack that's always on.
Cairo is surreal, chaotically lovely, and warm. It has great history and a mix of cultures and heritage.
Cairo is vibrant and dramatic and full of contradictions.
Really, what we love about Cairo is so unpredictable.
Cairo POV, Sunday on CNN.
Today we live in an unpredictable environment and news races around the world at breakneck speed.
I didn't know what his intention was. I knew it could be obstruction of justice.
My show brings you the latest news and top news makers.
Are you playing with fire?
And we also dive below the headlines to explore vital issues impacting our lives.
It's about right and wrong.
You have to stand up for what you believe in.
We need to realize that our future is at risk and we need to take action.
Was that kind of mortifying, or did you? You were great.
It's crucial we make sense of what's happening.
Do you regret that? Do you think there should be nuclear power or more commitment to a clean environment?
New Zealand had its experience and changed its laws. To be honest with you, I do not understand the United States.
Does love have a chance of winning?
I always believe that.
And fully understand what's at stake.
Amanpour, only on CNN.
Tuesday, a CNN Democratic presidential town hall. Former Vice President Joe Biden.
Let's take this country back and begin to lead the world again.
Tuesday on CNN.
The White House's defense of President Trump on Ukraine seems to be based on claims of absolute executive authority. But will that hold up as impeachment moves into a new phase? Joining me now to discuss, Jeffrey Engel and Harry Littman. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. Harry, how would you characterize the White House defense so far during this impeachment inquiry?
Sketchy. I mean, they've repeatedly asserted really far-fetched arguments.
와, 너무 시원해.
To preposterous, but they've played usually for time, knowing that
준수가 고맙다.
sides against them, it'll be too late. Of course, some of these originated with Mueller, and they're just coming home now in a way that does hurt them. But basically, their strategy has been to propound either aggressive or even bad faith arguments, and know that by the time they're decided, the sort of glacial pace of the law won't keep pace with the sort of fast pace of politics of the impeachment.
So let's talk about some of those arguments, as you said. I think, did you say it was sketchy, or what was it?
Yeah, well, so absolute immunity doesn't,
That's what I want to ask you about. I mean, they're asserting absolute immunity to blockades from testifying. Is that real law? Is that fantasy law? Can
Right.
you explain that to our audience?
Yeah, sounds kind of fancy, doesn't it? Look, it's about executive privilege, which always pertains to individual communications done for a purpose. And always has exceptions to it. What they want to say is there are some people that are so close to the president that even what they had for breakfast is going to be immune. One court has decided this and said no and rejected it, but it didn't go all the way up. It was settled after. I think it doesn't hold up and it doesn't make sense, but they don't have a final court holding on it, but the idea is to keep the soundbite of people even being up there refusing to answer questions and have some justification for keeping them from showing up at all. It's a far-fetched theory that's been rejected by the only court to consider it.
Jeffrey, let's talk about what impeachment says. What it is. It's laid out in the Constitution as the way to hold a president accountable for high crimes and misdemeanors. Has that bar been met? And if so, what are the high crimes? What are the misdemeanors here?
Well, I think we really need to take a step back and ask what the founders meant by high crimes and misdemeanors. It's actually a term of art that came from British common law. And to be honest, they were quite explicit that they knew that a high crime was a crime against the people, against the sovereign state, against the body politic. So it's essentially a leader who puts themselves above the nation. And it doesn't have to be an actual crime, by the way. The founders were clear that a president could come up with some interesting original crime that no one had thought of on the books that was still harmful for the nation. That would be a high crime. By the same token, a president could commit a crime and have it not be a high crime. My favorite example is jaywalking. No person I think who's reasonable would suggest that a president who jaywalks should be removed from office, but that would be clearly a crime. And of course, this came up in the Clinton impeachment because it was very clear that the president had in fact lied, perjured himself under oath. And so the Senate really had to decide, was that a high crime? Was that something that was not just about his personal affairs, but was it about an affair of state? And ultimately, they decided it was not.
Harry, Trump has complained about the process, including that he is not allowed a White House lawyer or any other witness during the hearings. When will his legal team be able to participate in this?
Well, first of all, it's a total cockamamie claim because the House is constitutionally responsible for presenting the case, and they have to develop the case as any prosecutor would. He's going to actually have the opportunity, if he wants, under the protocol, to participate at this stage in the House, just like a prosecutor might give a defendant a chance to talk before a grand jury if it wants. But, big proviso, the Schiff retains the ability to say if the president overall doesn't cooperate, if the president wants to eat his cake and have it too by not letting people testify, but then Schiff has the ability to say, sorry, you've got to actually cooperate if you want to cooperate. But he's got, right now, I think if the White House counsel wants to come forward and participate in these hearings, my best guess is Schiff will permit him.
Jeffrey, when this impeachment does make it to the Senate for trial, and most observers believe it will, Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts will preside over the proceedings. How do you think he will approach that role?
I think he's going to try to do exactly what Justice Rehnquist did in the Clinton impeachment trial, which is, to be honest, as little as possible. That neither of those judges, Rehnquist or Roberts, are going to want to essentially make a ruling that changes the political outcome. I mean, one of the things that's often said about John Roberts is that he's not a person who's interested in having the court become political. I think that's actually not the best way to think about it. He doesn't want the court to be seen as partisan.
That's what he does. Quote, he says, "We do not serve one party or one interest. We serve one nation." Go on.
Exactly, and we can see him time and time again, reading the newspapers before making his decisions, thinking about the politics of the moment. In fact, if we go back to, I think, one of his most significant rulings, the 2012 ruling on Obamacare, where he essentially surprised everyone by coming out as part of the 5-4 decision accepting the tax within Obamacare, and his rationale ultimately was that he was not going to throw 30 million people off of health insurance. So the constitutional question, the legal question, in some ways, was equal in his mind to the political question.
Gentlemen, thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
While Washington is focused on the impeachment inquiry, the Attorney General is doing an investigation of his own, and it's disturbing some U.S. allies.
어우, 29분이네요. 윗몸 일으키기 한 번 더 하고, 한 번 더 하겠습니다. 한 번 더 하고, 폼 룰러 한 번 더 하고, 이거 팔 여기 조금 더 풀어주고요.
This is the 100 Club, our look at companies that are 100 years old or older. Bangkok. It's impossible to roam through it without encountering the touch of one company, Be Grim. The multifaceted business exists across healthcare, energy, transport, real estate, and more. It all started in 1878 with two entrepreneurs, Erwin F. Mueller and Bernard Grimm, who began the company as Thailand's first pharmacy for Western medicine. In 1892, they ventured into a new industry for the first time, infrastructure, building the 1,500-kilometer Rangsit Canal. By 1903, the company had begun a systematic expansion into the multiple industries it exists across the day. Now, Beagram's biggest business is power, with hopes to one day supply renewable energy across the region.
Human trafficking in Senegal is everywhere.
A CNN Freedom Project special.
Children are forced to get money from the streets.
Many young boys allegedly abused in religious schools.
Are you confirming you're forcing a child to beg?
Join CNN to witness child slavery out in the open and see the courageous efforts to rescue these boys. Begging for Change. A CNN Freedom Project documentary. Thursday on CNN.
I'm Melissa Bell in Paris, and this is CNN.
When you travel the world, make sure the world travels with you. Check in, log on,
와, 씨야.
with all of the latest developments at your fingertips. CNN Partner Hotels. Connected to your world.
Before I didn't know about surfing, my father brought me here with all his friends. So when we went to the beach, I saw them surfing. So it was like exciting for me.
I'm Nermal Baghed in Sinjar, Iraq, and this is CNN.
오늘 여기까지만 하겠습니다. 30분 넘겼네요. 아,
As the impeachment inquiry moves
Oh,
into
no.
public hearings, let's not forget
Oh,
there's another investigation underway. One that's